Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Jiggity, and today I have a Total War Attila online battle for you. And this was the first online battle I ever played with Attila, so I didn't really know what to expect. I'd watched a few online battles on YouTube, and so I had an idea of what the factions were like, but I didn't really get a lot of time at the beginning of this match to really look at the factions and make a good choice. So I just decided to go with the Allens, because I heard they had good cavalry, and I like the Agathyrsi shock warriors that they have. And my opponent was taking the Ebdanians, and I was expecting some sort of stealth build because they have all those stealth abilities, but so yeah, I just kind of got thrown into this battle, and I'll show you how I was able to handle it. Now, since the Allens have good cavalry, I decided to take a lot of these noble Alani Cav, some Sarmatian cataphracts, and like I said, these Agathyrsi warriors, and the noble Alani general. Now let's take a look at these army compositions. So, like I said, I had these noble Alani Cav on the flanks, on the left and right flanks, and then have some Sarmatian cataphracts on the inside, and my Alani general. And I had stacked up my Agathyrsi warriors like this. I kind of don't know why. I was thinking that they'd have a tighter center, and then when I saw the sort of wide front that they were giving me, I decided, okay, now I really need to. I took these elite Agathyrsi warriors in my back line, and I threw them out. I started throwing them out into a much thicker line. A long, thick line in. I was just going to charge down their main line because they had these, they had these King's Warband, and they didn't look like they had a lot of killing power like my Agathyrsi warriors, so I was just going to see if I could kill as many of them as I could, and I threw my noble Alani Cav out to the flanks to sort of take care of these Celtic spearmen and sort of tie down their cavalry, because the Celts don't have very good cav, so I figured I could tie down their cav and tie up their spears while I see what happened in the center, and hopefully I could get some rear charges with these cataphracts. You'll see I start throwing them into these gaps that are making themselves apparent, and I actually didn't notice that there was these two cavalry hidden off in the distance until much later. You'll see what happens with that. So let's go back to regular speed, and so like you see, I split my guys up and I just throw my Agathyrsis into this huge blob of men. I use these Alani warriors to soak up a charge there, and even on my right flank, I get into a battle with these more armored cavalry, and I'm sort of crushing them. And I decided to tie down these spears. I don't really. Maybe it was a bad idea to go after them with cavalry, but spears aren't very good in Attila, so decided to just tie down the spears with my cavalry. You'll see I have this Sarmatian cataphract right in the back lines, and I just start going for just start to smash into the back of these King's Warband. You'll see that one of my Agathyrsi warriors got crapped on pretty hard, but this one's doing pretty well, 93 kills. This elite Agathyrsi is racking up 100 kills. This one 92 kills. So I'm doing damage to the center, and I'm tying down their units, so it's not so bad. They're getting a little thrashed, but it's okay. And I'm sort of wrapping up this flank over here, which is nice. These Alani cavalry are pretty devastating. I've taken barely any losses. Oh yeah, and I sort of got my general around the flanks, and now I'm hitting them with rear charges too, which is pretty good. These Sarmatian cataphracts are. There's nothing to sort of hammer them, but I'm pulling them out now. And they kind of snuck these Mormor cavalry behind me, but it wasn't too big a deal. I was able to sort of brush them off with some of these cavalry and cataphracts. This flank is tied down, and I'm trying to just like smash into these war bands. They're all damaged from the Agathyrsis, so I'm trying to just do as much damage to them as I can. But now you see I've wrapped up this right flank, and I have like a few pretty healthy Alani Cav. And similarly on the left flank, my Alani cavalry are not as healthy, but I've sort of done some good damage over here. But my Agathyrses are pretty thrashed, but you know, they've done some good work. This one got 200 kills. This elite Agathyrsi 134. This one 176. So they're doing pretty good. And my general hasn't been doing super well, but I've been tying some people down. And now I got this. Now I got this big blob of cavalry. So yeah, I start throwing them into these battles. See what I can do. This Sarmatian Cataphract is sort of out there. I guess I'm waiting for him to turn around and do some rear charges. Getting chased by some spearmen, but at this point I was a little bit worried because I wasn't expecting the army that they brought, but you know, at this point I'm looking and I'm saying, oh wow, it looks like I have more than enough cavalry to win this. So I started to just like hammer into these King's Warband, tying them down with the Noble Alani Cav and just doing a bunch of rear charges, going after their general here. Not worried about these spearmen. Celtic spearmen are pretty crap. But you know, and knock out this Moormer cavalry. Got these two Alani cavalry still pretty full, pretty good amount of life. My general is still alive, which is good, even though he kind of got thrashed a bit. Didn't do very well. But if you look at these Alani Cav are... Actually, that one didn't get as many kills as I thought. But they start wavering, and I think I killed their general. And there we go. It was apparently a Pyrrhic victory, but I still won, and I was kind of taken aback. It was a very quick battle. Things sort of started to unfold even before I was sort of ready. But if you see these... the elite Agathyrses were a good choice. This one ended up getting almost 265 kills. This one got 219 kills. Doing some serious work. These Noble Alani Cav getting... Only one of them didn't do that well, but he didn't take very much damage either. Sarmatian Cataphracts did some good damage. Even this Alani warrior, I just used him to like soak up charges, and he got 26 kills. So all in all, it worked out. And the cool thing is that I deployed at least, almost around 600 less men, more like 700 less men, closer to 800 less men than he did, and I was able to pretty much crap on his entire army. The only things that really had some killing power were these berserkers. They did pretty well. These King's Warband do not have a lot of killing power. They a lot of good armor, but not any killing power. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this battle, and I'm going to try and get some more Attila online battles, and I also have some Rome 2 battles that I'll show you. So until next time, have a good night. I'll see you later.